We are down in the provinces again. Rented this car. $1,200 a day. It was really good. You know, the car is not fancy or anything. It's got some scratches or whatever, but honestly, for the price, what's that, $20 a day? It's great. We are in Guimbal, Catherine's hometown, home of her parents, and we're down here because, well, we're going to have Larra come visit the grandparents for a little while, but also we're going to check on the construction because we've been giving them money to help them build a better house because we've said it in the past, we're worried about fires, especially with Laura staying here. If somebody in the community had a fire, they'd all burned. And we didn't want that. We're like, no, you got to have a cement house. So it's not very expensive. We've been helping out. I think we've only given 90,000 at this point, maybe 100, something like that, pesos. So that amount. And now we're going to see how much they got done. Now, keep in mind, the last typhoons that were hitting up in the northern Luzon, all that stuff, cyclones, things like that, they really affected this area quite a bit with tons of rain. And so they got a lot of flooding, a lot of mud and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to go and check it out right now, see how they're doing now that the weather's better and they can get more done. So there's the family. Hello, Toto. And so this whole area is like a compound of all the same family. So everybody's cousins or relatives of some sort. And one of the cousins has a sari here. Yeah, everybody loves Larra because she doesn't come here very often. Look at that. Wow, there's a lot more done here compared to last time. Look at that. That's actually really great. Yeah, watch my head. Exactly. Wow. Look at all the scaffolding up. Look at even the banana tree still got some bananas. They're waiting for it to ripen before they get rid of it and chop it down. But so yeah, this is so big difference. Like they had their, house thing here, and they only kept the bedroom right now in their bathroom, so that they can continue obviously living while they work. And so yeah, during the storms and everything, those became like mud bathtubs essentially. So yeah, that's the first thing, is got to get this floor done. But they were like, no, we got to get the roof done first, then we'll worry about the floor. Yeah, and it makes sense. They can work in the rain if they can get the roof done. So that's, I guess, the next part. I don't know, Catherine will tell me when she translates everything. So this is going to be great when it's done, though. Big difference from what they had before. So yeah, this is how they're temporarily living until this gets all finished. Hello guys, hello everybody. Hello. This is great. So much done. Just need the roof. So the roof is next, is that the plan? The beams, but the roof is the most important thing, right? Oh, ask the engineer? No, the engineer, he's not here right now, right? But that is the priority, right? To get the roof first and then the floor? Yes. Because you can't really do anything if it's raining.
Oh, they need to buy a thicker plywood.
Oh yeah, like 3/4. Yeah. Which is expensive, we know.
It's 1,000 plus.
Yeah, that's like the most expensive thing out of here. You can get cement, you can get sand, you can get all that stuff really, really economical. But when it comes to the 3/4 inch plywood, they're like $20 each, which is a lot. When you're 1,000 pesos per, to give you an idea. So, yeah, otherwise the other stuff falls apart, just disintegrates, that kind of thing. So, but we want to make sure that the vast majority is still fireproof. That's gonna have to talk to them about that. Make sure not much plywood, because I also wanted to have hardy board, because that's not going to catch fire also, for the walls and stuff like that. So yeah, we talked to them. Yeah, it's going to be metal siding on the outside for the walls, then insulation. That's the part I told them, you have to do the insulation, otherwise the sun's just going to bake on the side of that those walls and just cook the inside. And then hardy board, not plywood. So there'll be plywood maybe in some places, but I told them this has got to be fireproof. So they've agreed, obviously. Why wouldn't they? If it costs a little more, guess who pays? So that's okay. But yeah, I want to make sure it's done right. And honestly, it can be done. It's still very, very economical here. And I know there's so many people out there, you're such a sucker or whatever. This was my idea. This was completely my idea. They've never asked in a year of knowing Catherine here. They've never asked for a penny from us, nothing. And so when I came here and I saw how they lived, I was like, oh no, I thought this was cement. And I'm like, no, because everybody's so close to each other, right? And they had theirs right here originally, or right here, I should say, right here. And so yeah, I was like, no, guys, we gotta make this so that Larra is safe when she comes to stay here. If a fire happened in somebody's place from the cooking or something, and it doesn't spread all over and actually, be terrible for. I don't even want to think of it. Actually, I just don't even want to think about it. I don't want anything terrible to happen. So that's the key: is fireproof and be good for any weather. They don't get really bad here, apparently. Like, yes, when it rains, everything kind of turns to mud and everything. But they're up on a hill, so they're really high up from the coast. And so the rain all just runs this way and runs away. So they don't really deal with a lot of weather issues here. But just in case, plus you got all these trees, so they could technically fall over onto the roof and cause damage and stuff. So it should be strong. But I think it's going to look great. And, it's crazy these days. It's so easy to design, like come up with concepts and everything. You just talk to AI, and that's all we did. Is we talked to AI, explained what materials we're willing to use, what kind of location it is, what kind of ground we are working with, and everything. And then and say simple cement type home with this type of like a porch. We really wanted to make sure they had some kind of porch or something, so that because you want to kind of live outdoor, indoor, especially here in the provinces. And yeah, and it just came up with all these images, and we shared them back and forth until they were like, yeah, we really like that, and perfect, good to go. And then they have one cousin that's an engineer that they pay. So there's one person paid, everybody else is providing free labor, and yeah, so that one cousin provides he's an engineer, so he can provide all the necessary stuff that needs to be done, and he comes here and does a lot of this work too. So it's going pretty good. I walked too far over that way. The dogs are all excited now. I like how the ceilings are going to be high, because it's a single story, so we're going to have a good height on this. And also, look how far off the ground they're going to be. So no more mud issues or anything. They'll be really high up. Hello, little Larra. Is that your cousin? Yeah. You missed her? Yes. You're going to miss us, Larra? You're going to miss Mommy? Larra? Say it. You're going to miss your mommy? Only your mommy? And you. And me too? Wow. 17 days you're going to be here. One thing I really appreciate about the provinces too is Larra was starting to get, she gets spoiled by our customers. They all come in. Subscribers, by the way. Please don't spoil her too much. Anyway, the staff, everybody kind of spoils her. And then we do a little bit on the end too. I'm not going to say we don't, we do. And we see this like a little attitude change, trying to stop her from watching TV or a device or something. She freaks out, so we're like, no, telling people, please don't let her use a cell phone, that kind of thing. And we've cut the TV right off. And now she's, doing schoolwork and, just being responsible and all that stuff. And so I think 17 days here, which she will love, by the way. She'll be like, no, I don't want to leave. This really grounds her, and she becomes a better person when she appreciates life better, I guess. I don't know what it is, but there's something about having a little bit of hardness in your life that actually makes you a better person. Well, what do you think?
I think
it's good, but they have a long way to go.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a very long way to go. And like when it comes to the trusses, and then obviously the walls and everything,
Yeah.
that's where the bigger money's coming in.
But they're asking about the trusses, if it's wood or steel.
Yeah. The thing is like I'm more concerned about the fire. Like you can have wood as long as the structure won't fall down if there was a fire, right? Because little bits of wood, there's like wood and everything. That's not a problem. It's the structure itself. It's got to be strong. And the fire will likely start somewhere else and then come to you. So is it going to catch fire? Probably not, based on the plan. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
You did your shopping? You're all good? You got your snacks?
I have snacks.
Look at that.
My lunch.
Onion rings and
Nutri-Star.
Nutri-Star. Look at that. Well, we are going to be down here for a bit.
My cousin.
Oh, hello, cousin. How are you? Gone to get water. All right, so we are down here for something else. Yes, we're dropping off Larra and everything, but we are actually down here to go to San Joaquin, which is the last municipality before Antique. And if you don't know, in the past, we've been able to show this. We do a lot of charity work also. We help out kids, specifically the schools in this case, but then also with critical surgeries for children and stuff like that, thanks to a lot of you who help also. And we work with a Philippines charity, so never send me money. I do not collect money for charity, only a registered Philippines charity that collects zero. Other than if you use a credit card and there's a credit card fee, they have to deduct that. But otherwise, they've been very good, and they give us 100%, or not us, but the cause, 100% of what is raised. So it's been really great. And a lot of you had sent computers, tablets, everything for these schools up in the mountains. And so not today, not in this video, but in the next video, you will see that we go up into the mountains to these schools where you got kids, like, for example, in high school, they're graduating, right? And they're going to go to college, some of them, and they have never touched a computer in their life. Never. And so how are they supposed to be ready for college and stuff like that? Because the schools deep up in the mountains have very few students. They get paid, the school itself is getting paid per student, and they have very few students. And so the funding is really low. Plus, all the teachers have to be housed at the school because it's in the middle of nowhere up in the mountains. And so the cost of running that school goes exponentially up. So they can't afford anything. So we do microscopes and computers and tablets and everything, sporting equipment. You know, the kids absolutely love that. And we try to help out kids because, you know, you shouldn't. I tell people, please don't give to the beggar children and all that kind of stuff because it's just self-perpetuating. Right, because then they never fall out of that trap. They will grow up and then they'll have kids and then they'll raise their kids to do the same thing. This is a way to help. This is a really good way to help them get out of the trap that they're kind of in. And then on the other side with the surgeries, it's just a whole other obvious way that you're helping them. These are critical surgeries. They're going to help children have a great life going forward. Anyway, but after this, where we're going next, we are going up into the mountains to like an eco resort. They don't like to call it a resort, so I'll remember the name when I get there, what they actually call it, not a resort. But it is a place that is just absolute paradise, and you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. So wait, hang on. Just hang on. I'm going to take you there next. We got to go say goodbye to everybody. Look at this young man. Look at you going to get water. Good job. So that was me. That was me once upon a time. That was me in Saskatchewan, going to the well, bringing up the water by bucket, and filling up the bigger one. But just imagine minus 50, minus 40, dragging it when I was 3-4 years old, sloshes up against your pant leg and freezes your pant leg. That was my life. It was a little easier in the Philippines, I think. You're gonna shoot? All right, I'm ready. Here goes. Wow, I got that on camera. Oh, she's like, pay up, pay up. You know what they say, right? It's not money that brings happiness. It's not material things. But and in the Philippines, they actually understand that really well. Nope. Oh, that's not your property.
100.
You lost your ball.
100.
So look at this beautiful house. I know I got all these cables in front of it here, but just to give you an idea, like the scale of it. Look at, there's Catherine there, but look at that. It is beautiful. I've shown it from the inside before while it was under construction. They finally finished it and I'm living in it now, and it's my friend Jonathan. He's Filipino, but served in the US military and has many doctorates and PhDs. Doctorates, I guess, same thing, right? And has many patents when it comes to chemistry and biology, that kind of thing, and did very well for himself. And he's the one that created Sulu Garden Foundation because he wanted to help the Filipino people. He wanted to help the environment, so he has laboratories all over the world looking for cures for things, looking to solve malaria, like you name it. Tons and tons of good in this world, as well as doing many Filipino charity work. And so yeah, he's been a fantastic person to meet, and he's really dedicated and really great guy. And look at that, he's even got a koi pond in there. Look how beautiful that all looks. That's so nice. This place is gorgeous. He provides study halls for university students, and like really cheap. He basically runs them at cost, if not a loss, if you ask me. And yeah, he's done many great things for the Philippines and the Philippines people. Well, he's still not 100% done, but it's getting there. It's finished, but not furnished at this level. But I know upstairs it is furnished and finished. I've seen online. He also holds like things for the vets here, so Filipino vets, American vets, and everything. So, you know, on July 4th they had a huge thing here, but he does things all the time with the military, and really supports them as much as he possibly can. So this is the back door, by the way. We're going in the back door. And yeah, he has dioramas of all the War of Matan, and he's got this train set that goes through, but he'll fill this whole thing with a diorama that shows the history of the Philippines. And they have movie nights here. I've attended movie nights with the military here and everything. And yeah, it's really cool. Really great place. And they have fantastic food, and they have all these gardens out here, fountains, and just amazing stuff.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, she's busy on her phone answering a message. Hello. So yeah, like just to give you an idea. So when the rainy season happens and this river gets really full, you'll see waterfalls shooting up that he had built in there. More koi ponds in here and everything. I've stayed up on the second floor before. He has a spare room up there. So yeah, the fountains are there, but there's just not enough water right now. It's really beautiful. And then universities are all surrounding him here. And he's been a big supporter for the university.
Catfish is so big.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Those catfish are huge. Oh yeah. They're all swimming away, but yeah. Oh, don't eat them all. Come on now. Anyway, Jonathan's here? You... Hello? Man, it's cold. You know, other than the cold springs, I don't think I've ever felt this cold in water in the Philippines.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the ring